supposed to go 3, 2, 1 live.
Well, then you would be expecting.
Oh, you have to go like 3, 2.
Yep.
And then you
The
point.
last one.
The silent
Yeah,
one.
the last one
And then
is. Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those clapper things.
And then everything turns off because you clapped.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I've never had a clapper.
This is
Oh, man.
Faison getting his butt kicked by everything in the room. Take 27.
27
Snap.
points of damage.
That's going to be another 3 rounds of attacks.
Mm-hmm. It's no good.
They're all dead though, right?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. Combat is over. They died.
So
think
last week,
I mean, they didn't die. They were killed. Those are
murdered.
one's a little
They were-
bit more passive than I would allow.
They were de-animated.
I mean, I don't know that they were actively engaged in the decision either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn off some of
So-
Does
the...
some of
anybody
them
need to
are-
be healed? Is that something we need to worry about?
My max points are down. In fact, I hope. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say I hope that D&D Beyond remembers how many what my max used to be, because I do not.
I think it's 21 points.
Yeah, it's
If you
down
click
to
on
that 21.
I
It
can
shows me.
fix
Click on the
that
word.
in some way.
Click on the word hit points and you can see what you changed it to.
I think Matt said that I would get them back after a
Okay.
rest of some kind. My max anyway.
I don't think I did.
Oh, well, you should say it.
You should,
Yeah,
should,
say that.
should have.
Say it, Matt.
Ain't gonna do it.
Go ahead, say it.
Wait.
I'm down to 40% of max, and the math is really easy because I'm right at 100 hit points.
I mean, percentage-wise, I'm doing fine. But that percentage is very different based on my current HP versus what my max used to be.
The cent part of percent has gone down. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Alma actually would probably know that. Yeah, your hit points will come back after a long rest.
Nope, he said
Your maximum will come back after a long
Yeah.
rest.
I know that, but I don't
You
tell.
know.
I'm just kidding.
You'll be fine, she says, and turns around to Faison again.
I wink.
It's permanent.
Maybe the part that you keep from him is if your maximum goes down to 0, you become a specter under control of that wraith.
He had, I mean, if he'd hit
that
me,
Wraith is dead. You won't know what to do.
he'd had to hit me
No
3
blast.
more times.
Yeah, that was he did a lot of damage too. I was kind of surprised, but
Mhm.
that's a CR5 creature that does 4d8 plus 3 life drain.
Lies.
CR5. That seems
Tell her I
off.
hate it.
Of course, CR and 5e is just barely a suggestion. Like,
I still use a CR calculator as a DM all the time because I double check the book's work.
I'll use it as a loose guideline, but my experience, I mean, they'll have a CR5 like this creature. This creature, CR5, would absolutely, more than likely, kill a character permanently into a specter. Because it's got a crappy armor class, but it's immune. It's got resistance to everything. It's got pretty good hit points, and it hits pretty well, and it hits like a Mack truck. But
I just tear random pages out of the DMG and throw them.
so you guys survived. Wasn't as bad as I think everybody initially thought, but it's still pretty. That was the absolute definition of a team effort. Like every single one of you did your part like perfectly. If anybody had not done something, this would have gone a really different way.
Agreed.
At least 6 feet lower.
Well, you're 60 feet. So it'd be like 66 feet lower.
Gasp.
Pedantics.
The number of the bee.
So what are you doing? Like the body just fell. You guys are high-fiving each other, discussing how you're not going to die and how you get your hit points back after an 8-hour rest.
I think Tarathiel was shaking a corpse and asking it questions.
That's right. You had it up against the wall. Swear to me.
I mean, not like lifting it up because I have an 8 strength.
True.
It's
Looking
He's
at
doing
it,
his best, though.
Holding it down on the ground.
just pushing it up so it's seated against the wall.
I cast guidance. I'm just kidding.
She just really likes touching her behind.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's been true this whole time. So
And he just hasn't read between the lines yet.
Just a fiend for the elf butt.
I don't need guidance right now.
I mean, it gives a necessary benefit. I don't see why anybody's upset.
It's great cover, Alma.
That leads us into questionable territory.
That's what I was about to say.
Moving on.
Don't even have to cast a spell if that's still true.
Yeah. Need to have a discussion about consent. But first,
We should take a long rest.
Is it a safe assumption that you're going to search the bodies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I start with the lizards.
The lizard.
And I can
Sounds
still
safe.
detect magic if need be. So
Okay. You can take a 10-minute break.
Yep.
That's when everybody's like talking and like binding the wounds and high-fiving, and you're sitting there casting. So detect magic happens. There are multiple items only on the 2 priests though. Like the zombies, the Grey Ranger zombies, they don't have anything. The Bone Devil,
Spetro's search was in vain.
yeah.
Is the hanging coffin?
Yes. It's off the charts magical. I mean, it's in your opinion, you would consider this almost like a minor artifact. It's so magical. It's very, very powerful.
Wait, which is
The belt. No, the coffin.
Oh, right.
I know you that you're just waiting for me to talk about this belt, so it will be last.
Dang it.
It's a,
Foiled
it's a
again.
belt of great charisma.
Let's see. Let me get my pages up here so I have the words I need.
Have you listed them alphabetically, starting with A?
No.
And. Oh, wait, no. A, and then ah! And then and.
What?
Nothing.
He's vamping. You do
oh.
what you're doing. You're
Oh,
filling the
oh.
space.
Filling the
Oh,
time. Hey, look,
that's not what
Coward's
that
here.
is.
How are you, Coward?
Hey, Coward.
Something Batman.
Swear to me. Oh, I used to like that line, but it just sounds so bad now. What I'm trying to find out is exactly what this cage, this big magic item, what is emanating.
Aged like a fine milk.
Emanating goodness and holiness,
Uh-uh.
warm feelings,
Uh-uh.
snuggles,
No, it's all
rainbows.
bad. I'd like for you to know that everything that you do is bad. That's one of my favorite lines from the second Ghostbusters movie. The curator for the museum, he just walks by somebody and goes, I just want you to know that everything that you do is bad. It just
Oh.
cracks me up. It's just out of nowhere, and he just insults the crap.
When they're restoring the paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some dude sitting there, and he's like, everything that you do is bad. It's like, wow,
That guy,
that's pretty rough.
I mean, Ghostbusters 2 is not as well loved as the first one, but that guy is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's great.
I like the second one.
The line, why am I drippings with goo? Is
Yes. That's, yeah.
absolutely classic.
He
Why am I
actually, in my
drippings with
opinion,
goo?
made that movie memorable.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Or
That's the
the walking Statue of Liberty.
The day,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember really liking that part.
Vigo the Carpathian is pretty cool.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
true.
I, don't know,
I like both of the movies. Maybe not quite equally, but
Separately.
very, very well for different reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went back
Um,
and watched the first one somewhat recently and started the second one, but haven't gotten very far into it. I think the last thing I saw was Vigo pressing his face into the painting, or out of the painting, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Looking
wait,
around.
are you watching it for the first time ever?
No. Just,
Oh.
It's been
Oh, thank God.
for the first time in
Yeah.
like 2
Don't
decades.
don't act shocked or scandalized, Jamie.
No, I'd completely
pearls.
forgotten about the Statue of Liberty bit.
Yep.
Mind if we put the
Spoilers.
baby down? You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and there's a terrible burden on your
Burn
mother.
on your mother. Yeah. I mean that. Yes, comparing it to the first movie, it is not as good by itself.
It's
a
sillier.
fantastic movie.
Yeah.
That's my
Ex-
opinion.
ex-
Is just the second one's sillier.
It is sillier. But the only thing that really gets me, and maybe it's just because I'm a cynical prick, is like it's too happy, joy. Like it's
Yeah,
it's about
it's
the
silly.
happiness and the
Yeah.
I can't find what I'm looking for, and I don't know why. It should be right here. But the this is a soul cage. You've seen these in various developmental stages, like in your murder basement. One of the
It's mean.
pieces of the cult group, the Ebony Triad, were making some of these. So you saw pieces of a soul cage way back in the yesterdays, but you've not seen one in its completion, and that's exactly what this one is. It is emanating extremely strong necromantic transmutation. I mean, it's stronger than anything you've ever cast detect magic on.
It's not good. I don't like it. Can we remove it from the chain?
Yes, but the logistics and the physics of it would make it a challenge, because it's hung. I mean, like you just pull it off the chain, but this thing looks like it weighs, I don't know, a ton. It's a solid. It's a very large, solid object.
It's not that heavy.
Actually, you know,
If only we had a half giant flying around. You could just jump up, grab it, and pull it to the floor.
you know, honestly, it's really not that heavy. It is about 400 or 500 pounds. It's not anywhere near a ton. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, 500 pounds. Don't get me wrong, but for Farazan, yeah, you could probably, considering your lifting ability, yeah, you could probably lift it, and Spectro can fly up there and unhook the chains. Yeah, the two of you together, no problem at all.
Okay, that will be
And
the
with
that will be
guidance.
that will be the last magic item that we investigate after we get the rest of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about. Let's start with Ike Iverson, the
Mhm.
corrupt priest of Weejas, the second command of the temple. He has multiple items on him, and they are all glowing, magical. His armor is magical. I'm sorry, I said Ike. Yeah, Ike. I'm sorry. His armor's magical. It's half plate. His mace. His mace is it's magical, but it's also got a separate aura of magic in the hilt of the weapon. And then he's got an amulet. That's strong necromancy. He has 5 potions.
Ooh.
3.
Probably should have drunk some of those.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, he had about 6 seconds to live once y'all hit that floor. I mean, he just like stirred and then dead. Like 4 scrolls. The other one, the one that was on the first floor that ran upstairs afterwards, that was Calmus Vel, basically third, Ike's henchman or underling or whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3. He has 3 potions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrolls. I thought he had something else. Pretty sure he has something else.
Soiled underpants.
Yeah.
Questionable self-preservation tactics.
Running to a room with no doors.
His mace is magical as well.
To the cul-de-sac.
That was very well done.
Yeah, that's very nice. You want me to go over what was on the half orcs too, because y'all took their stuff as well, or do you already have that written down?
I think we already have that. So.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
We went over it because one of them was the bracers of archery. Yeah, you already ID'd
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
My new S word and the magical belt. That was on the brute that was downstairs.
The magical, hill giant strength.
Yep.
Okay, so you've already ID'd all the stuff from downstairs, so it's just the stuff that these two priests were carrying. Okay. Let me go ahead and give you the potions because you can do that right off. Two are. So we'll start with Calmus. Two of his are potions of healing, 4d4 plus 4, and a potion of invisibility. This rider really liked giving everybody potions of invisibility. It's amazing. And I never have had a chance with anybody to use one. The 5 scrolls, 2 are of Blight. 1 is Bestow Curse.
Bespoke cursed?
Bestow, like curse, cause you to be cursed. And the last 2 are Inflict Wounds. And those are all, well, that's an old edition, but basically they're all at caster level of the spell, but that's neither here nor there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you use it. It's a favorite.
Yeah.
That's all the easy stuff. He's got the mace. Ike has 2 scrolls of Lesser Restoration, a scroll of Death Ward, and a scroll of Greater Restoration.
Nice.
Huzzah.
What am I missing? What are
5
you missing?
potions from Ike.
5 potions from Ike.
Oh, 3 are the same kind of potion, the 44 plus 4. 1 is of invisibility, and 1 is where did it go?
That's
it
the
doesn't
invisibility one.
Yeah, I can't find it. It does. I can't remember how what spell it is. It doesn't translate. I've got the 3.5 version. It's a spell. It's a first level spell. It gives you +2 armor. It's a cleric spell. It's concentration.
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. It's a potion of Shield of Faith,
Ooh.
which means it does not require concentration when you take it.
Nice. Very nice.
And then so you've got an amulet, 2 maces, and the half plate to identify. Which, if you're talking about taking a short rest right now, is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
Do you all think it's safe here to rest?
Well, is there anything else we feel like we need to address here? And then we could off-site these things, like back to the murder basement or some
It's
such?
true. Yeah. I'd like to get out of here.
Or have we
What about
covered
the cage?
all of the tower? Is there anywhere else for a cult to hide? This seems like an obvious place for a ritual of some sort.
Is it downstairs?
I can cast an alarm spell, I think. Hold on. Let me look.
There was a basement level here?
Yes, there was some stairs down in the main
That first floor area?
chapel area.
All right.
Someone needs to create a Fezan's Big Book of Spells, which is literally a physical big book.
It's-
With the thick cardboard pages,
yeah, it's a board book. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mage Fighter Cast Fist.
I can't. I have a slot left, a second level slot left, and I think I can cast a first level spot with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a short rest before, if we're gonna go check the basement right this second,
No,
probably isn't a bad idea. But
Yes.
I don't know that we'll have an easy opportunity to get to the basement later. Like I don't know if this place is going to repopulate. We know that one of the heavy hitters is just off-site, the lady, right?
We know that she's been gone for longer than has been spoken about,
Yeah.
so it's entirely possible she's dead. That did kind of happen to one of the other churches that we're affiliated with, right? They
Yes.
lost their leader.
Way
So
years ago, like before you guys even showed up. But yes, you're exactly right. Inspiration. Good on you.
I will spend it poorly.
You promise? Don't make that
I
promise.
do, as is my want.
Represent Mike's well.
I did finally find what I was looking for. The Soul Cage radiates strong abjuration, conjuration, necromancy, and it is evil as hell. Which is quite evil, if you know anything about hell.
But also quite lawful.
It is quite awful. It's like a good bad. Or at least
Alright.
the kind of bad you know is going to happen every single
Yeah,
time.
it's a predictable bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess the question is, how was it? Is it a short rest or a long rest to identify the stuff according to the magic?
Short rest. You can identify magic.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to go downstairs, I would prefer us taking a short rest before that. Two birds, one stone. Take what is a short rest? An hour in 5e.
Yep.
Chill out an hour.
In all
our heads
honesty, you're
downstairs.
technically you're about 10 minutes into it because she just cast detect magic as a ritual, so she'll need another 10 minutes. But you guys, I mean, you're already started. Unless short rest is just like taking a breather, sitting down, doing light, easy things. Even for Farazan, pulling a 500-pound coffin off a ceiling, that's still like easy work.
The door at the bottom of these stairs, is that a swing in or swing out on our side?
This door at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
So there was a set of stairs, a hallway, and another set of stairs that went up. Those came open towards you, away from the stairs that went up to the main floor. There were pulls.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Okay.
Talking
I
about
was just
here?
down at the bottom of this.
Yeah, they pull away from the stairs.
Okay. I was thinking about dropping a couple of these gray renders down that hole to block the passage. So.
All right.
Oh, yeah. We've got that's the a pile of gray renders. And then we've got a stone of alarm that we can sit on top of it.
Okay. You are thoroughly packed in dead flesh and secured by a rock.
Okay. Here's gonna string up a hammock between two of these poles.
20-foot hammock.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got a long rope.
Short rest goes by without any problems. It's actually completely silent. You don't hear any movement except for your breathing and whenever you move. Yeah.
I don't like it.
And Alma's snoring.
I don't snore. I don't sleep.
You don't. Oh, that's right. You don't snore when you meditate. Like,
Nope. Never.
I'm
It
clicking.
looks like we're having a staring contest, but neither of us are there. We're just
it's like you're both trying to see the giraffe on that picture. Like staring through each other.
Before I
I am gonna roll some hit die.
Okay.
Same.
Just tell me what you
But
do.
I don't know why it's not letting me do that.
reasons, good ones.
Well, I only rolled one. Doesn't make any sense.
The half plate is +1 magical armor. Calmus's mace is a +1 mace. It's called the Scepter of Necromantic Command. Once a day, you can cast Animate Dead without using a spell slot, using Charisma. That was it for him, right? Yep, I think that was it.
once a day you can cast Animate Dead.
Animate Dead without consuming a spell slot, so it counts as being prepared. And it does require attunement. So while it's attuned, you have Animate Dead. If it's on your spell list, like if it's not on your spell list, you don't get to. Well, I didn't say that. I don't know. It doesn't say that. Does it make sense that why that wouldn't work? So I'm still in 3.5 brain. So if you have this thing attuned, you have Animate Dead prepared and castable with your spell slots.
Nice.
But
not,
it's once
not
a
nice.
day.
That's awful.
But it's once a day without using a spell slot.
Right.
Ike, he has an amulet of necromancy. Grants additional necrotic damage to necromantic spells and cantrips, plus 1d8 points of damage.
I'll take
And
that.
and it also has the same effect as the Scepter of Necromantic Command. It's animate dead once a day, adds to your spell slot, all the above. Or once a day without using a spell slot, it adds it to your prepared already spells.
Yeah.
His mace is called the Skull of Whispered Secrets. It grants advantage on all Arcana and History checks related to necromancy. Allows the wielder to speak with dead once a day. And the little stone that was inserted in the hilt, it can pop back in. It's a very common magic item. It acts like the magic item that allows you to cast with the weapon in your hand. Which that item can come out and go into any weapon. So it's just like a slottable item.
Okay.
Would you like a mace?
Like I said, it doesn't even have to be in the mace. So you can put it in your weapon. You can just, you can put it in whatever weapon you want.
I like the idea of it, but I will have to make some decisions about what I want to unattune to. So.
Oh, that one needs to be attuned.
The mace does. That little item does not. That's not an attunable item. It just goes into a weapon.
What is it called? The stone?
I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
It's
The stone does not exist in 5e.
It's
Alright.
it's in the DMG. I just couldn't find it. It's a common magic item. It's worth like 50 gold, and it literally just grants the wearer the ability to cast while wielding that weapon.
I would like to have that. If anybody else doesn't want it.
Dig
I'll
a
go
little
for it.
deeper. The soul cage, you were unable to gather any information from a short rest. I.e., you need to use further magics to get information about it.
I don't have anything else, for being honest about it.
Farazan will have taken the time to attune to that belt.
Okay.
And that means he will have taken off his headband.
Okay. So no longer smart.
No, actually,
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
Farazan.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
No,
better. Still
I was thinking
above
too
average
much.
intelligence, though, right?
he took off his gauntlets. Sorry.
I was about to say, I thought you had gauntlets of, but
Yeah,
they don't
gauntlets
stack.
of ogre power.
So, Alma, you're taking one of the maces?
For now, I think
the
I just
staff?
want to take that stone that grants me the ability to cast while I'm wielding a weapon.
Okay. A mace counts as a simple weapon in 5e, I think, which means that Spectro can use it. Not saying that he's asking for it. I mean, he's pretty well kitted out with that, with the dagger and his +1 short sword. But in the event that somebody just needed to have it for one of those, it was 2 maces that had, what were they, like Raise Undead or whatever, Matt? I'm sure Mike has it in notes.
One was Animate Dead. They're both. One mace was Animate Dead once a day, yada yada. And the other one was. They're both +1 maces, by the way.
Mhm.
And the other one's the one that grants advantage on Arcana and history checks
Oh,
with
gotcha.
and also allows you to speak with dead once per day.
Gotcha. So if we're just wanting to spread some utility around, Spectro's proficient with those things. And
You can
just-
totally. You can have it. I'm really happy to get this little stone.
I'm just gonna take my little rock.
I don't know that I've wielded a weapon this entire campaign.
You've hit something with a warhammer a couple times, I think.
Okay, yeah, maybe like very early on.
Yeah.
The cool thing is, if I remember in the monk stuff right, like for instance, with the dagger, a normal dagger for somebody is 1d4, but for me, the melee weapons, they scale for a monk.
Mhm.
And so what's a 1d6 now will eventually be a 1d8. and on and on and on. So a mace doesn't fall out of. What's up?
Sorry, I found the item. It's called a Ruby of the War Mage. It's in Xanathar's Guide. It's you attach it to a weapon, and it allows you to cast while wielding a weapon.
Nice.
Honestly, of course, you got to know something exists in order to ask for it. But Sky probably had like a bucket of these things because they're common items. They're like 25, 50 gold.
It's good to know.
Yeah, right. All right,
Yep,
good.
the more you know.
All that to say, Spectro doesn't mind carrying one of the maces around. I assume it shouldn't need attunement, or do each of these.
Both
They're
of
just
these
plus
maces do require attunement. They're not just standard +1 maces.
Gotcha.
They've got a lot of bells and whistles.
Can we just use the bells and forego the whistles?
No, you have to have whistles as well.
Dang it.
Darn.
Bells and whistles. It's one thing.
Yeah,
Und whistle.
bells and whistles. It's like a German word.
Bells and whistles.
Bells and whistles. The umlaut right in the middle.
There might be a German word which combines both of those things because that's how German works, and it's amazing.
Hey, it's actually in D&D Beyond too. Ruby of the War Mage. Ruby of the War Mage.
All right. For I guess for immediate purposes,
The German word for bells and whistles is schnick schnack.
Schnick schnack.
Schnick schnack.
and it's a single word in
It's
German.
a single word in German.
There you go.
I'm giving myself inspiration for that.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Drop it in chat, Jamie.
Oh,
I guess
I
for
will
not as
use
good
that for the rest of my life.
It's not as good as butterfly, which is
Oh, what is butterfly?
Schmetterling.
Schmetterling. I like ambulance. It's like Krakenwagen.
ooh, that's fantastic.
Nurse in German is Krankenpfleger.
Kronkenflinger, like smack and throw.
Krankenpfleger. I don't know. It's German.
Do not smack and throw nurses.
no, they're the ones doing the
Yeah, they're
smacking and
they're
throwing.
the smack and throwers.
I had
This has
a
been a
German
PSA.
coworker for, I don't know, 3 months. As much time as we had, she tried to teach me a little bit of German, mostly cuss words.
As one does.
As one,
Yeah.
as a,
Ich bin ein großes Arschloch. You're a big asshole. I'll never forget that. I think Ich bin ein is kind of like understood. So, du bist ein großes Arschloch.
The only language that I've put my hands to learning since I was required to learn things in like high school and college has been Biblical Hebrew. There's not a lot of swearing in that language.
Not that they
Shocking.
wrote down. You don't usually swear to
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah.
I mean, jackass is probably as close as we get.
oh, that's funny.
We'll take it.
I was gonna say, put your hands to it. You mean learn sign language?
No, it's I will say, just as a brief and aside, it has been a trip trying to learn a language whose characters aren't there's no shared characters between the two alphabets. And Biblical Hebrew doesn't technically use vowels, but there are scripts for vowels that involve putting dots in series of lines either above or more often below letters. It's the wildest thing. But I've
So
really
it's-
enjoyed learning.
Read right to left.
It is read right to left.
Yeah.
And there are like it's trippy, but I've thoroughly enjoyed learning it. And it's all I've been self-teaching through, like I'm not in a class. I'm just taking some stuff online basically. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
It's pretty cool.
The same thing that as you know, like one phrase from German, Matt. I know one phrase from Japanese, and I don't remember what it means, but it sounds like "Don't touch the mustache." So, "Doitashi mustache."
And you don't know what it
Does
means?
it actually
Oh,
mean
I-
touch the mustache?
No, I think it's something like "You're welcome" or something similar to that. It's a very common phrase.
Most of my Japanese I learned from the band Styx.
See if I can figure it out.
So what sticks and stones in German? Is it click clack or tic tac or whatever it was?
Schnick schnack.
Schnick snack. I've already forgotten. I was going to use that the rest of my life.
Oh no, I'm looking up Japanese phrases right now.
Sticks and stones looks like Stockensteiner.
Stockensteiner? Sticks and stones?
Sounds right.
I feel like none of us actually want to explore this tower anymore.
It's a terrible place.
We're all very tired.
Let's
and hard to
actually
punchy.
just talk about etymology and linguistics.
Right.
Waiting for the... Some clerics of weak ass are going to clear out the dead bodies, come up here, and we're just having a linguistics
We're
conversation.
all just so
We're
tired.
studying cuneiform.
Everybody's
Snack.
just looping.
You, where's your name from? Break it down.
It was too good.
My Japanese phrase means "you're welcome." So now I
good.
remember.
We've gotten to the loopy part of the sleepover
Yeah,
where nobody's really
yeah.
saying anything, but everybody's laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Oh,
we
by the way,
can-
Cowart, we just this is gonna be a short episode because we're all just kind of like wasted for a Monday night apparently. So we're gonna get through, identification, kind of get set up, figure out what's gonna happen next, and probably call it a night. Just FYI.
Oh,
So
yeah,
do
I
we
should-
want
I
to
should
bother
prob-
with downstairs during this session? We just after our short rest on identification and distribution of stuff.
In the interest of time and space, downstairs the basement is like the catacombs. It's where they inter people, put people to rest. There's not even a map, so there's nothing down there.
Okay.
Just to save you guys some time and some angst and anxiety.
No, I'm good with
It's the
that.
perfect,
It's quite
perfect
literally
excuse
just
to use one of those animate deads.
yeah, right. Hey guys, let's have a rave.
Let's go.
Let's go shopping.
No,
I mean,
sky's gone.
apart from we just taking the valuable fiddly bits that we want in here, I think we could safely move on. But where do we
Yeah.
go from here? We go back to Jinya. Is she our next stop?
Do
Can
we
we
use it-
do something to mess up this soul cage, or are we not strong enough to be able to do that?
Oh yeah, we can try to disable
That's
that.
what I was
Take it
kind of
with us.
wondering about.
Farazan can carry half drag. Farazan can get that out of the temple without a problem. I mean, it's got some spiky parts. Like I think I showed you a picture of it.
Yeah.
With help, we could
yeah,
collectively we could
somebody
get out.
hold the door for him and steady it when he's going through the
Dratiel's
door.
holding one of the spikes.
Pivot.
Spectro is standing confidently, posing atop while he carries it through the streets of Cauldron.
It's like
No,
Hands on the
you have
hip.
to turn it as we go through
Pivot,
the stairwell.
pivot.
Turn it.
Pivot. My favorite episode.
He's standing up there with an oar, just
Yeah.
helping.
No, this isn't working. Go back up. We'll turn it around. Come back down.
Speaking of that episode, that was almost like 100% ad lib. Come to find out, that entire
Mhm.
couch up the stair scene, they're just going back and forth. It's just
The bloopers are
cuff.
really good.
yeah, it's fantastic. Talking about Friends, if nobody's aware.
Yeah.
I know of the existence of that scene from like memes and the internet. So
Yeah, right. Check out the bloopers.
It's pretty good.
All right, so you got your stuff. You got a short rest. You feel better. You have checked out the catacombs. Let's say you went downstairs, and it's quite literally what you'd expect, like a medieval catacomb. Just actually, like from Skyrim, just the walls and walls of I don't know what they're called. They're just where the bodies are just lying there.
mausoleums.
Not really. It's almost like a bunk bed.
Yeah.
It's an
It's like
inlay.
a cutout. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
what
I don't know what
technical
those are
term for it
called
is.
technically. I never thought about it, but there's like
I
two
know
or
what you're
three of
talking
them stacked up, and you got a body and a body and a body, and they're mummified or however they've been interred, and it's just rows, and then it's quite literally catacomb. It just goes on. It seems not forever, but it's a very large area. I mean, if you decided you wanted to just go on a rampage of looting dead bodies in the bottom of a church, we can go that direction. But
Mm,
don't feel like that's your shtick.
No.
it's not mine.
Yeah.
So I'll be going, but y'all can.
Party.
Listen, if it ain't Spectro stick, then it's nobody's stick in this group.
I've given you a definition in chat, Matt. Loculi are the shell-like
Yeah.
spaces cut into the walls of the hallways of catacombs.
Oh, is that
Oh.
in Discord?
Yeah, or no, in the Twitch chat.
Twitch?
Oh.
Yeah, cubuli. No, cube.
Twitch gets treats.
Loculi. Loculi. Ah, okay. So
Anyway, there
there
you
are lots of loculus. Loculi. Multiple loculi.
looky lie, looky low.
Well, loculi is already it's already plural in that definition anyway. They were spaces, so loculi should be the plural.
So it's locule.
But did we all understand what we were looking at before we started
Yes.
talking about this?
Yes.
Because I think that's the real question here.
Dead burial or burial
Yeah.
niches.
It was some bodies stacked up on
Bunk
either
beds
side.
for the dead. It's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
They
So
they
if
went in
we-
there and they said, "Let the bodies not hit the floor." Is what they were saying.
yeah.
If we named these episodes like Friends episodes,
Yes.
this will be the one with
I
all
was
the
just going to say
tangents.
that.
The one with all the
No, I was
tangents.
going to say it's the. I would have called this episode "Bunk Beds for the Dead" because that's amazing.
Oh,
That's a good one. The one with the bunk beds for the dead.
That's props to Atkins.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
So, okay, no disturbing the dead. They've paid their price,
Yeah.
and yeah, as long as there's nothing detecting magic-y down here, so
I mean, there probably are people buried with certain items. I mean, it's
I'm not investigating that. But y'all can.
as long as there's not like another cage or a statue.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing nefarious down here. It's quite literally a graveyard. It's just it's the city's graveyard.
Okay, but no
'Cause that's what
secret
Ouija
passages,
is, right? They
Yeah.
they took the bodies. They took care of things like that.
And then there's the creamery. Or wait, no, the crematorium. Sorry, that's completely.
Creamery.
There's ice cream here.
Milking the dead bodies, again, huh?
It's the marble
give me
slab.
theirs
It's the
and
cool
mine.
where
I mean,
they
they-
mix
And
the
I mean it.
ingredients on
They
the
have
super
nipples.
cold marble
Oh,
slab.
no.
You can milk them.
You don't even have to get your ice cream in a cone there. They just put it into one of the little paper bowls.
This is devolved so,
milk.
so quickly.
To be fair, I mean the catacombs are probably pretty cold. It'll keep your ice cream cold.
It's an ideal situation.
Uh,
Some places are good for tacos, some's good for ice cream. That's just the rules.
That's true. They don't usually have the same place. All right. So where are you taking this gigantic, metallic, spiky, evil coffin?
And can I have hidden the body of Ike Iverson inside? Because I have questions for that guy.
Absolutely. You could. It's a large. It's a large thing. Excuse me. It looks like it could probably hold a large humanoid-sized person, right? It's like 8-10 feet long. So you could technically put both of the priests in there if you wanted to. Nothing
Well,
else.
because
though.
I'm still going to carry it. I don't think
Yeah.
it might be dragging
Come
us
as-
at that point.
Well, you've got a strength.
Kalmus
helping.
doesn't rate dragging through the street.
You got a strength of 21 in your Goliath. You can carry a tank.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
I feel much stronger now. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, your carrying capacity just went to literally like 6,000 pounds or something like that. It's insane.
You definitely got this weird like Iron Maiden thing plus a Spectro in you. It's no problem.
So, are you going to go through the streets back to the murder basement to check things out?
I mean, maybe not like a display.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah, what
Much
time of
you guys-
day is it, and how else would we exit this place?
you guys came first thing in the morning, right? Like you took I don't remember. Call it noon. I'm not exactly sure what part of the day that is that you guys came in. I thought you took a day, like into the wee hours of the morning, checking things out, and then decided you needed another long rest in order to prepare for the temple. So it's morning. I mean, you just did 2 hours of rest and 2 fights, so it's call it noon.
Okay.
high noon, so it's bright lit. You know,
Okay. So I probably find a blanket or something to put over the
the 10-foot long,
So-
500-pound cage.
yeah maybe
Yeah,
paint,
well, it's
paint it like a
handing somebody
boombox.
a
Paint it like a
washcloth to cover up with. I mean,
Draw a mustache on it.
yeah.
We can Benny's this thing.
I was thinking
Sunglasses.
paint it silver with two big black circles on one on either end, and just boombox it down the cauldron lane.
Only if roll a performance check to beatbox.
I'll beat you with a box. No.
It's not about gripping it.
I don't know. Do you want to wait till the evening or go on? I think go on, right?
Do we have the talent to do a good PR move in this situation?
And knock the tower down?
Well, just to let everybody know there's nothing to worry about. We're moving along.
Well, historically,
we're ta-
Alma's been the one that does that.
No, she's not actually ever. Not ever.
Citizens of Cauldron, fear not. We have murdered your priests.
Yeah, it's gonna go badly, and I will not roll for it.
Spectro can
So-
pass. He can do pass without trace.
All
He
right,
cast
That'll
pass
work.
without trace.
That'll
Okay.
work.
there you go.
I mean, it's not. It's no guarantee, but it gives everybody a +10 to.
Yeah, and that's
Stealth.
I mean that's a massive
Yeah,
bonus.
that's
Sure. Okay.
pretty good.
So in that case, everybody give me stealth checks. Farazan, you are at disadvantage.
Yes, he is. Oh wait, no, hold on. I don't think I have to be at disadvantage.
You do because you're carrying a 500-pound carcass.
I thought we were
case.
helping.
It wasn't armor related.
No, I think I've got a.
Oh, did you say everybody was at advantage?
No, everybody's normal. However,
Okay, gotcha.
however you normally would. I'm giving Farazan disadvantage for carrying
Yeah,
this
I was
massive.
going to say the
Oh,
spell
yeah.
does not
Okay.
say anything about advantage.
Okay.
It's just you just
No,
get a
no,
bonus.
just everything's
With pass
normal.
without trace, Durethil
plus-
has a 40.
Yeah, right. He just melts.
Hey,
with the-
Jamie critted. But disadvantage.
But the other way.
But
Yeah.
it's a plus what?
10.
plus 10.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
it's still pretty good.
40.
Then I got a 19.
Yeah, I got a 30.
Okay. Alma, what you got?
Tarathiel disintegrates into atoms.
Yeah, right? Just poof. 19. Yeah, it's fine.
That sounded like a sight gag.
Yeah, that was Audio listeners, you missed that one. You'll have to go back and see that one.
Is that where Mike just turned his camera off?
Yes.
Yeah, he held his fingers up like he was going to snap, and then he disappeared.
Perfect. Yeah, 19. 19's very, very good. Getting through the street, no problem. You get to the gate. You've got guards at the gate, in and out, that go down to your murder basement. You won't be able to hide in plain sight walking up to the gate. So up until now, you've been like keeping to the shadows, looking both ways, crossing quickly, nobody can see you. But you're going to an open gate with a pair of guards. There's just nowhere to hide.
Yeah, can we go by the local U-Haul and drop this in a wagon and carry it
Go
down
rent
that
a
way?
wagon? Absolutely.
Okay.
You can definitely go rent a wagon. There's actually a livery, where they rent and sell horses, but they also rent out wagons.
Okay.
Or you can buy a wagon. I think wagons like
It's
50
funny because we just came from Deadery.
Huh?
We just what a who?
We just came from a Deadery.
Now we have a livery. It's a dichotomy.
Adkins has left the chat.
If we're going to the murder basement, I'm gonna send Virginia to come in.
Yeah, that's
Like-
a good one.
I'm gonna
Send her a message.
do that.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
can
I mean,
try and lie to the
alternatively, instead of
details.
going through the gate right now, we could just go to Jinya right now.
Just-
I don't know how she would deal with this crazy necromantic item of doom and gloom being in her church and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be best to go to murder basement and have her come to us. That was
So-
kind of my thought.
What's the message that you send to her?
Tacos
Well,
are
she-
on us. Usual place.
Yeah, like I feel like Jenny and I have a close enough relationship that
Sure.
she's in on where we're at and pretty
So,
much knows.
basically, what information are you giving her is what I'm asking. Like, what is the message? You got like 25 words. What are you telling her? It will
I just
matter
did
as
it
to whether or not
seven.
she comes. Like, hey, why don't you come meet us down to the murder basement? Or versus, we found the most evil artifact we've ever seen in our life. We'd like to check it out. That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, Alma doesn't have a lot of tact, so I'll just say, meet at the murder basement. Need some help with an extremely powerful item.
Okay. Well, with the you don't get the item in. No, I'm just-
Well, you can add it to item.
Item. She responds, come to the church. Or bring it to the church.
Can I respond back?
Oh, you have to cast
I
it.
need to cast it again.
Well, not a good idea.
Okay.
Evil.
That's okay.
what I'll say. Yeah.
But-
No.
She says, that's okay, but I'll meet you there then.
Okay.
At the gates, like I said, can't really hide in plain sight. Walking through the gates. These guys know you. I mean, these are the guys that
can-
stopped charging you and
Trathiel can attempt to lie to them.
Okay.
The
Well, we
technical
don't have to. They know
word-
us, don't they?
yeah, but still, you're
Yeah,
carrying a
I'm not sure that
massive.
the town guards are going to be like, sure, take the body out of the
Yeah,
out
like,
of that. That's fine.
it,
Would you murder a guy? Okay, yeah, go bury him in the forest and come back by lunch.
it's good to see you.
I give guidance.
Go, big boy.
Have
All
at
right,
it.
so you go up. You just kind of step out of the shadows, out of the spell that you cast, and they see you, and they recognize. They don't like, but they recognize you. They wave, and they just kind of look at. They do. They look at Farazan, who's quite literally carrying
Struggling.
a gigantic coffin-looking skull. I mean, like
Oh, he would have gotten that wagon. Yes, would have gotten the wagon.
you did get a wagon. I forgot about the wagon. You throw it in the wagon. You get a tarp.
Yep.
You see the guards. They're just like, "Hey guys, how's everything
Hey,
going?" Let's
we,
see. Like just very friendly. So they don't even pay attention.
We got a new oven for our taco guy.
I've been meaning to come down and eat some of those tacos.
You absolutely should. They're amazing.
Do you still have Cowart, the chef?
Yep. Best tacos slightly outside of town.
He looks over at the other one. I've heard about these. We got to get down. And they friendly chat with you and let you pass on through. So you get down. You make it to the murder basement. I just wondered how you got through the city and out the gates was my big issue. You're down in your murder basement, which I think is the first time you've been there in like a year.
A while.
Has
Uh,
Spectro been here?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I'm not 100% sure.
You got to
I
teach
didn't
him the
know
secret
of it.
handshake,
I
the
don't
secret
think
knock,
so.
the
We'll get you a
password.
key cut, buddy.
Like, yeah, I need a T-shirt.
Yeah, we had a gate commissioned by the blacksmith. So there's a big
And a
solid
lock
gate.
from Keegan Gale.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
gate
yeah.
emission?
Commissioned. A gate
commission.
commission.
It's like a gate emission. You probably ought to see a doctor, brother. Yeah, gate commission. That makes way more sense.
Might be your liver. So
Right.
you bring it down to the murder basement. Probably a good place would be where you found the remnants of other cages that were made in the past.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
Enormous blacksmithing area. And after about an hour, Jinya does show up and
Excellent.
looks at it. Is this what? Because she's not really up and up on the whole cage rights and the soul cages and all that stuff. So she's just, what is this? She starts casting a spell and detect magic, and your eyes get like saucers. What is this?
We were hoping you could tell us. It was hanging at the top of that monstrous phallus that the Ouija's people erected over the city.
We suspect it's one of the cages for the Oh crap! I just had a thought. Okay, sorry.
How you took the thing off?
No. I took the gloves
Took
off.
the gauntlets off.
Oh, that's right.
Took the
Okay.
gloves off.
All right.
Can I
It's like coalescing into a whole thought.
can I see a map of Cauldron real quick? Can we bring up a
Oh,
map
sure.
of Cauldron?
Yeah. Un momento, por favor.
Okay. I was curious about something.
So she's looking at it. She's obviously cast Detect Magic. Oh, well, you were in mid-sentence to telling her what it was.
Yeah, he says, we suspect it may be one of the cages that the cage rights were constructing, and possibly for use in the ritual to open up the portal to Carcerai.
Of course, right. Oh. Well, I don't have the means to identify this thing. It would take more magic. It'd take more powerful magic than I have to get information about this.
I suspect we may be able to. And he looks at Alma and says, "Ask Baori or back at Jinya or St. Cuthbert directly."
She backtracks because she looked in her spell book. She's like, "Oh yeah, actually, I can very much do what needs to be done to do this." I thought it was a lot higher level spell. She looks at it. She goes, "Well, I can't do it right now because I don't regularly prepare it. But there's a spell. Alma, you probably could pray to Baori and get the spell as well. It's called Legend Lore.
Yes.
You'd be able to you'd know everything about this item, where it was made, its purpose. I mean, who all's been in it. You would have a story. I'm glad to help. I'll cast it tomorrow if you need. Let's see. I don't think it's got what are material components.
Speaking of who's in it, and Terethia will open it to reveal Ike.
Dead bodies.
New screams.
Ta-da!
At this point, she's pretty used to it. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you killed
Okay.
someone. Oh, that's Ike." This was at. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, that
He
explains a
started
lot about them.
According to what we've found, and we found these in records in a desk, right? We've determined that.
Yes, you found it in Emerald's records.
Emerald.
The High Priestess.
Oh yeah.
Her handwriting, everything.
Emerald has been gone for much longer than was let on. So this no way to know if these activities have been known by her or not.
And may I?
Oh, please.
She pours through them. You know, it took you guys minutes to read through it, so she's reading it. Oh my. Oh shit. Okay.
Ready to say Cuthbert with that mouth?
Yeah. Excuse me. So we need to take this to the city council. I mean, we need to press charges on the Church of Weejas and holy shit. Excuse me.
Language.
Yeah. She hands it back to you.
Terethia points to a sign on the wall that says, "No swearing. Light murder allowed."
Murder fine, swearing foo.
Yes. Says, who would enforce such a thing when all of their leadership is now lying here?
No, I mean with the city. With the Lord Mayor dead, it looks like Lord Valantru's taken over the city, at least for the governing, until they can get another noble person. He would be He would be a start. He'd be a good place to start to let everybody know what Emerald's been up to in the Church of Weejas. Wow. I thought she was a
I mean,
bitch, but wow, this is a lot.
We're off to see.
we're in
the
talk. We're in
Lantern.
talk with his aide, so. we
Oh,
should be able to
Victor?
get him.
I like Victor.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get in as soon as possible. I think that would be a good idea to let the city know that the largest church in their walls is in direct connection with people who are trying to destroy the city. We're trying to open a portal to another dimension. Yeah, that's where I would go.
You want to come with? You seem to know things.
Let me know when you go. I do have a church to run. Let me know when you go. I'll see if I can come with you.
I guess the probably take a long rest and then go up and make an appointment. I mean, I don't know if this is a let us in immediately sort of. I mean, I would assume it's a let us in immediately, but I think a long rest would be in order here before we.
Definitely.
Well, well, okay. I imagine if you found this, and I guess in the last hour, you guys been talking, discussed the fight, raids and demons and all this stuff. Yeah, and you still probably look fairly banged up. Oh, and she asks, "Does anybody need healing?" But she looks at Alma. I guess you could handle that. I mean, I'm just not trying to step on toes.
I asked earlier.
You did. I mean, yeah. So she's
I
so
need the
used
kind
to
that
healing
only
you
sleep
guys.
can bring, apparently.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to church. I'm gonna go back to St. Cuthbert's Church, and I'm gonna do some little digging around, and I'm gonna do some preparation because this means we'll be. It sounds awful for me to be thinking this way, but we'll be the largest church in town, and that's going to be a lot of responsibility. I need to go make some plans.
Gonna knock down a wall.
Yeah, I mean, the political dynamics of this city just shifted 90 degrees.
If she needs an extra hand, didn't you guys have sidekicks? Are they still hanging out in the murder basement?
Yeah, they've been keeping the place clean and just doing day-to-day stuff, making money for you guys. Like, it's behind the scenes kind of stuff, but
Yeah. Maybe we can lend her a couple of the cronies for a little while.
Feeding
what?
blender.
I mean, if she's
Expansion?
yeah, just for extra help with. I mean, she just made it sound like she was
I'd love the help.
possibly going to be overwhelmed a little bit. So
Love the help. Yes, please. And
I
I
think
could, if they don't mind, we could use them as an in-between if I can't get a hold of Alma through magic.
yeah, we know some red shirts.
Great. You're scared. I'm going back to the ship alone. Yes. If you'll, I'll take them with me now if they're ready to go. My goodness.
Yeah, we'll find
Okay.
what as a jar and thistle and what's the other one's name?
It sounded Japanesey, and I can't remember.
Yeah, it was, and I can't remember either. I've got it written down here somewhere. But yeah, the jar, thistle,
No, that's the German word we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Snick snack.
Sakura.
Sakura. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Sakura.
And he was like the one in charge. Yeah, the three of them, they're, again, like I said, you guys haven't been here probably in months, more like not really quite a year, but several months. Kind of catch up with these guys a little bit. Seguro's basically kind of taken over charge while you guys are gone. Daily things, keeping up with everything. He gives you guys a quick report, like nothing's happened, that spider's still over in the corner, it's minding its own business. And we'll be happy to go with you. And he kind of half bows, not sure what to do.
We can leave him to because there's a few other people around. I think we've got a wizard or two acolyte. I think we've even got a cleric acolyte or something down here, don't we?
You've got about a dozen people down here at this point.
Yeah, so
and a taco vendor.
Yeah, I think we'll leave Sakura since he's kind
Leave
of
the taco vendor.
Yeah, leave Coward. You say no, you're not leaving. Stay here.
We must
Don't
keep you
get ahead
alive
of
at
yourself.
all costs.
we put him in the box, chain him to the ceiling. It's like, you're not leaving. No. Yeah. But do you think the other two maybe, and some other unnamed acolyte, but leave the guy who's been taking care of the place here. So,
Okay.
I think
So you send a couple of.
Yeah.
You send the other two. Okay.
Necessary assistance, I think, would be the appropriate.
Okay. Well, she looks at you all and looks at them. I thank you. I really do appreciate it. If you need to grab some stuff, I have a place for you to stay at the church. And they both nod and run off real quick, grab some stuff, and come back 5 minutes. And Ginny says, "I need to go, but let me know."
I hug
if I can-"
Ginya.
Huh? Oh, she hugs you.
I gotta
back.
give her. Yeah, I gotta give her.
She
a
walks
little
over and
squeeze.
she talks to you a little bit in private
Yeah.
before she goes. And they head out.
Okay.
And then you guys take a long rest.
yes.
All right.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing happens. No problems happen. You finish your long rest. The only thing that does happen though is you're level 12.
Yeah!
Hooray! Huzzah!
Whoop-ah.
I do believe this is the highest level I've ever been in D&D.
Level 12?
Yeah.
That happened to me a while ago.
It's mine too.
I've played, and I played like high levels, but never from level 1. I think the highest I've ever gotten, starting out with a character at level 1, is probably 13.
Hmm.
And we stopped.
I
at level
think
13.
I think I capped out at like 10, maybe 11, but I'm 99% sure I've never been 12.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. 10, 11 is usually like. After that, you're godlike. I mean, level 12. The funny thing is you guys are known probably realm wide at this point. A level 12 character, yeah, everybody knows your name on this continent. Travel or word seems to travel quickly.
Yeah, I had a character that I started at level like 7 or 8. I joined a campaign at 7 or 8 that had been going,
Mhm.
and we topped out at I think 30. Yeah, it was a 3rd edition 3.5 epic level campaign.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you know what? Back in basic, like the box set, they had those expansion boxes. But again, I never had a character like from level 1 that you carried on through at that high of a level.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just lied. Of course, I didn't have him the whole time, but Safi, he was first level, and we ended up being like level 17.
Yeah.
I think he was gone for maybe 3 or 4 of those levels, but yeah, I took him from 1st to 17th. Something like that. All right, 12th level. That's cool.
Yeah.
Scary.
Scary. Yeah, I guess for mages and caster types, clerics, there's a lot of stuff that you don't get a new spell level though.
Nope.
It's odd levels. So is everybody? I'm sure you all have thought about this. Are you staying a cleric? Any new classes? Anybody else doing anything different? Like any new classes? Like Spectro, you gonna take a 5th class?
No. It would number 1. It would only be 3rd class. But no, I'm done with Ranger. I dipped into Ranger to get to get just the level 3 stuff. So
Okay.
I'll probably be monk all the way. Level 9, I don't think I get a ton. I mean, proficiency bonus goes up at 9, I think. But I think
Well,
it's about
proficiency bonus is character level, not class level.
Oh, well, this would be. I don't know. I may have to spend some more time looking at it. I do know that 9th level. I think I get a little faster, which you're gonna love.
That's your character. I'm looking forward to the time where you run faster than you fly.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
this
flying
just says
slows you down.
at 9th level, you gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during your move.
So you're not Buckaroo Banzai. It's oh shoot! I just watched this movie the other day. It's where the cop who trains with the old master, and he's like, to run across water, you must run very fast.
Count of Monte Cristo.
No, I'll think of it here.
Beverly Hills
Karate
Cop?
Kid.
Nope.
That
Nope.
does sound like Beverly Hills Cop. But...
It's
or not Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Ninja, the one with Chris Farley.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is like 82. I'll think of it or I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think that's all I get at level 9. It's just the ability to do things I already could do with flight, but one step closer to 10.
What happens at 10?
I can't be poisoned or diseased, and my speed does go up 20 feet. So that's what I thought happened
Oh.
at 9.
Wow. Remo Williams is what I'm thinking of. Check
What?
it out.
Is that a person?
1985. Remo Williams is the name of the movie. It's the name of the person in the movie. It's one of those cult classics. Check it out. If you haven't seen this movie, you've got to watch it. I think it's
Oh,
on Prime.
It's that guy.
Poor Jamie.
Huh?
It's
It's
that
like
guy.
adding to the ever
yeah,
long list
yeah.
of movies.
So sticking with Monk. Are you sticking with Fighter Tarathiel? No, Farazan?
Yeah. I've got a ASI, but I think that will be a feat. So
ASI. Oh, it's
The ability score improvement.
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Exactly.
kind of what I'm picking between, but I'm gonna have to look into the feats that I have available. So
Yeah, my thought is that it will be Magic Initiate or something else.
Okay.
descriptive.
I am thinking that she's a virgin, or at least she used to be.
I don't know that one either.
That is from number 5 is alive. What was that?
Oh,
Number
Short
5.
Circuit?
Short Circuit. I am thinking that she is a virgin, or at least she used to be.
It's
That
been
was-
a long time since I've seen that. But
It's the
that
one
sounds-
line that sticks out in my head for some reason because it's so ridiculous. And Tarathiel, sticking with thievery, roguishness. You're muted. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, trying not to die.
Dude,
It's a
sane.
constant struggle. But yes, I'm sticking with Rogue. I also get an ASI, which will probably be a feat. Looking at Skulker at the moment,
Who's Skulker?
just because it makes Tarathiel a way better scout. So I can hide when I'm lightly obscured. Which, yeah, when I'm hidden
always.
and miss. When I'm hidden and miss with a ranged weapon attack, then it doesn't reveal my position, so I remain hidden, and
Oh.
dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on my wisdom checks to perceive,
Jeez. That's a nice.
which will make him a way better scout.
Yeah, and pretty effective in combat too. I mean, just permanently stealth.
I mean, I'm already pretty effective in combat.
Yeah,
and, like
you
that
are.
last combat, I didn't take damage. I didn't get hit, so
All right.
because I tend to stay out of the mix. I was telling one of my kids about the party last night and said, basically, Farazan runs into the room and attracts all of the dudes that beat on him while the rest of us kind of run around the outside and hurl death into the middle until Alma gets bored and ends the combat.
So
That's pretty much our MO.
it's interesting because you've got a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS. Right? I mean, you got
Yes.
almost the classic MMO kind of party at this point. If you had Khaldun, you'd have a typical 3 DPS tank healer party.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know. Is Alma the healer? She's kind of more DPS, I think.
I always
She's the one that
offer to
heals
heal.
us.
I offer to.
Yeah,
You are the
Spectra is
best
not
at
much
healing.
for DPS. I'll tell you that much.
You're definitely good for crowd control. How about that?
I'm
That is
good
for
for
sure.
distraction.
Walking through the field, touching people, and they fall over, and then
Yeah.
the combat ends, and she's like, "You want me to touch you?" Like, "Oh no, I'm good."
No hugs, no hugs.
Blood just pouring out of my kidney. I'll be fine. It's great.
That's funny. There's some neat feats that I would think that I could get like in the future would be very cool. Have you looked at the Strike of the Giants, the giant feats?
Where are they?
They're from Big B presents Glory of the Giants.
Oh no, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, it's it's a tree, so you have to get Strike of the Giants first, which is basically you get a die of something like a D4 of thunder damage, and it makes them invisible on a failed wisdom throw. Fire Strike is an extra D10 of fire. Frost Strike is an extra D6 of cold, and they slow down. Hill Strike is an extra D6, and you can knock them prone.
Oh, Hill Giant. Okay.
Yeah. It's called Strike of the Giant. So when
Yeah,
you
well,
when you hit with a
You're
Yeah,
saying all these different elements, and you're like, the Hill Strike. I'm like, what element is that?
Hill Giant
Earth?
Strike.
Yeah. Okay.
So but when you get that, then the next feat you can get something cooler. So
That's gonna be level 16.
yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that might be a bit much of a bit too late to go into something like that.
Well, remember, a lot of times between the major events in y'all's lives, there is quite a bit of downtime, and I am completely fine with, retraining. That's the thing. Don't ever forget you can retrain when you have downtime. Might cost some money, but I don't think y'all are hurting for cash at this point.
Right.
All right. So had a long rest. You guys leveled up. You all figure out all this stuff later. That's fine. Like I said, we're going to wrap it up a little early. Are you going to do the legend lore? Alma.
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and handle that. So it costs a little bit of money. It costs money in instants and a couple of things. So I don't know who's keeping up with money, but mark off 250 gold out of the 10 million that you have. So you cast Legend Lore. It is a soul cage. It, like I said, it radiates this real strong abjuration, conjuration, necromancy, and evil. It's a silvery gray. The bars are silvery gray. It looks like a twisted spine with the rib cage and the skull in the front. Strange and disturbing patterns. You do know that it's directly associated with the plane of Carcerai. It is used to sacrifice people who have the mark, and you guys have seen the mark on a few people. Actually, I think maybe the dwarf was the only one, the crazy one you found down
Splinter
in the
Shield.
Splinter Shield.
Although
'cause-
we had suspicions that what was the kid's name?
Taram.
Taram.
I almost said Timmy. Taram.
Yeah, we
Uh,
have suspicions that
They call him Timmy. I do get that reference.
I get that.
Legend Law. Timmy.
They are
We suspected that Taram had the mark as well, but we only found the mark after Taram had been taken for the second time, so we don't know.
right, and it's that mark you can't see unless you see the person while casting some sort of magic detection, which I guess it was Khaldun that saw it the first time because he was constantly detecting magic. So the intent of these cages, which there are a total of 13 needed, which means they need 13 sacrifices of 13 people who are marked at birth with this particular mark of Carcerai to be sacrificed, which this cage itself was made this cage itself was made 30 years ago. Like completed 30 years ago. So it's obviously been something that's been going on for decades, them trying to gather people to put in these cages to complete the ritual, which would sacrifice them and open a permanent gate from this world to Carcerai. This particular cage was created, and I think you heard the word earlier, in a place called Karan Kural. Karan Kural is an old ruined, not city, but a ruined workshop of a race that's an extinct race of very powerful magical beings that had 6 arms. Does that sound familiar at all?
Yes.
6 arms?
Yeah.
So
I don't remember what they're called, but the Spell Weavers?
Yeah, Spellweavers. So the demon scar, where you guys saw, where you had found that plate, you did all the exploration. That was also a Spellweaver fort, I guess. Not really a city. Like I said, these are not giant, sprawling things. So the Shackleborn, which are the people that have the mark of Karsterai on their face, are to be sacrificed in these soul cages to open a portal to Karsterai. Now, the reason behind this opening of the portal is not only to let in or just to have travel between the planes. They're also trying to the ritual itself will also release a demon prince known as Adamarcus,
Yes.
the demon prince of insanity.
Oh. Do not want.
So dress informal.
Yes.
Hmm.
Trying to see what else I can give you from that very good spell. It actually, according to this, it actually gives you the location of the ruins of Karan Corral,
Yeah,
or at
crap.
least the general area.
Yeah, we heard something to the effect of the insanity that lies frozen in Karan Corral is beginning to stir.
Yeah.
So that would be the demon Adam and or Marcus.
Adamarcus.
Great. He's now stirring whatever potion he's brewing. And I assume
So
it's
hearing that, you now, you guys have had several incidents, maybe 2, 3, 4 times, where like a 5-foot radius mile area of
Mhm.
people who had nightmares one night, or just had like that shocking insanity and dreams of terror and things like that.
Yep.
Seems to make more sense that whatever's going on is getting closer to, like the ritual isn't like something that just you get all the people together and the ritual you start it. It's the ritual is continuous, and as you gather people, you
On
build
3.
it. Yeah, you build it, and
2,
build it over
step.
time.
So
1, no, 4.
can we determine whether or not this cage has been used?
It has nobody has been sacrificed in this cage. Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
But this cage has held a number of people. Tarim being one of them.
Oh,
There's a couple other names. I'll have to go back and look those up because it's like 6 books ago. But
Patch? Is he-
no,
he-
Patch was not a Shackleborn.
Okay.
Tarim was
No,
there.
he
The
was-
dwarf wasn't.
He was
there.
murdered by the last laugh.
Oh, right.
Patch is
right.
dead. But there is one person that has been in this cage. She wasn't sacrificed in this cage, but she certainly was held in this cage. And her name is Alia.
I'm trying to remember that name.
Based on Matt's face, it might have been the first time he said it.
Yeah, I don't think we know that name.
I was
You guys don't.
I was expecting
I'm sorry.
Tarathiel's daughter.
Sorry. Excuse me. I got the name wrong. The name is Megan. Excuse me.
Oh,
That one I know.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm reading through your story trying to find the daughter's name. That's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone was saying, we don't know that name. I'm like, I do.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Megan was in this cage. That's really, I mean, that's about it. Like that's all
pretty
there
good
is
spell.
to it. I mean, this, yeah, Legend Lore is great. Legend Lore is probably one of my favorite spells. The only problem with it is, unless you're prepared for it, the DM's not ready for it. It could just be like, it's great. It's cool. It's +1 weapon. Like, super nice story. Thanks. but yeah,
This was one that's held by Bogdan the Invincible, who died.
they're now known as not so invincible.
Yes.
For-
Oh no,
Foreman.
he was never vinked. He just got the flu.
He's just invincible.
I'm very invincible. Alright, I need to lie down. Are we done?
Yeah. Let's. I wanted to wrap it up, having given y'all that to think about, ponder. That being said, I do want to point out. I know Ginya said like urgent. We got to do this. You guys have some downtime now, so if there are some things that you'd like to do, or you've been meaning to do, or you don't have to. You've got some time to do that if you'd like. So, like I was saying, if you want to do any kind of retraining or whatever, now would be a good time to think about that.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Gonna retrain into gunslinger.
Go away. There'll be no slinging of guns in my games. All right, so reminder:
Catfolk.
retrain my skin. We are on for next week and the next, but is that right? Or is it the 13th and 20th, or the 6th and 13th that you're out, Mike?
6th and 13th, I'm out.
Okay.
So we're on for next week, but not the following two.
Okay, so next week we'll
I
play.
mean, you guys feel free to get together, because if you want to, I can roleplay Tarathiel running off to try and bring down the last laugh.
I think Rachel also needed off on the 6th or the 13th. I don't remember which
It
one
was the 13th. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just take 2-week break. No big deal. It's right in the early spring. So yeah, we'll play next week. Take 2-week breaks, 2-week break, and come back, which will be Memorial Day when we come back. Any problem with that?
Not for me.
Not for me.
I
Okay.
don't
But
think
I
so.
remember.
All right. Disadvantage. Then we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Cowards can see it. And we'll leave with that good gist.
And send help. Good night.